Yes, boils and ghouls. Welcome to the Chuckles of Laugh. What the hell is wrong with me? Welcome to the Chuckles of Laugh show, and I feel like I have fallen into the 1970s recording studio a little bit here. These chairs feel like they belong on the Archie Bunker show. I'm waiting for Archie to come out any minute now. But no, we're not here with Archie Bunker. That would be very interesting. But even more interesting, we're here with Satori Hawes and Cody Desbiens.
That's right.
And they are both members of Rise Up Paranormal, TAPS, and you also are both a couple. And that in this world is, that's awesome.
Oh, thanks.
Thank
There's
you.
not too many of us couples out there that stay together in the field and do what we're doing here. Not what I'm doing, because I'm the ghost that's usually being investigated, but what you guys do. So, what got you, I'm going to pick your brain first, and I know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyways. What got you started in the paranormal field?
So I've always been involved in the paranormal. My father founded the Atlantic Paranormal Society, or TAPS, in 1990, and I was born 2000, so I kind of grew up in the paranormal field. And when my dad's show kind of took off in 2004, I realized he was going out and helping people, and that was his job, and I wanted to be like him. So that's what got me in here.
Awesome. I think I've asked this before, but I'll ask again. What got you involved?
Well, like most people, at least 90% of the community, I had an experience when I was about 8 or 9 years old. And ever since that day, I just became very interested in the paranormal. And while I was researching the paranormal, not only ghosts came into my field of view, but also aliens and cryptozoology and all different sorts of different avenues to explore. So that really got the ball rolling to investigate.
Awesome. So, Tori, do you investigate with aliens and cryptozoology too, or do you stick to just the paranormal, the ghost field?
So I like to stick to the paranormal mostly because that's what my family really focused on. So I kind of just, passing down the staff to me and the family. So I like to mostly stick to paranormal, but I'm also intrigued by, aliens and cryptozoology and stuff like that, like Cody is.
That is awesome. I'm going to ask this question, and I know the viewers out there are dying to figure this out. How did you guys meet? I know this ain't the Love Boat, this is a Chuckles and Laugh show, but still, they're going to want to know, how did the paranormal couple become a couple?
So it was through TAPS, actually. So I've been a part of TAPS for, I think, going on 7 years now. And we got a text one day that from Jay, that Satori's father, that Satori was, wanted to start getting into this and actually professionally investigating, going into clients' houses and things like that. And texted myself and the case manager for the team, Tracy, that, if we'd be interested in, having her come out and kind of bring her to a couple cases, a couple events, and getting her started. And she happened to be paired up with me. I was, because she wanted to learn about technology and how to do EVP sessions and do baseline readings inside of homes. So, we were kind of paired up from the beginning and just became closer and closer and, kind of hit it off.
You are very lucky. When I go out and investigate with my friends from PLS, I am paired up with the one and only Lenny the Loon.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. I'll take the beautiful young lady over Lenny the Loon any day.
I know, he's holding a sickle right now. I see
Yeah.
him off camera over here.
He thinks he's a lollipop and he's trying to lick it. Are you kidding? All right, so where's some of the creepiest spots that both of you have gone to, like, as far as, I know I've asked this before, but there's got to be more. Satori, what's one of the creepiest spots that you have ever investigated?
Well, actually, we just did a case in New York that was an abandoned prison and reform school. So we got to investigate that together, which was really interesting. And Other than that, we've mostly done residential houses together. I think the Thames Club in Connecticut was really interesting too.
Yeah, that was a very interesting place. It was a club that has been around for years now. It has a bowling alley in the basement, and just so much history there. It's such an old building. There was a fire there that burnt down the original building, so they built right on top of it a new club. So much history. We believe a lot of it was residual, but there was also intelligent spirits there as well.
Definitely.
And besides that, I've been, all along the East Coast investigating. St. Augustine Lighthouse was one of my favorite places that I've been to that really gave me the chills. There's also Potter's Wax Museum in St. Augustine that was really creepy. So there's definitely, New England is the best place to be for this type of stuff, for sure.
Yeah, New England is great for this. I always wonder why it's so fueled with the paranormal, the spirits and everything. In this little small community of Lone, Rhode Island, it's a ghost hunting gold mine.
It is. It
And
is.
it's kind of, you wonder why. Maybe it's because we're surrounded by ocean, maybe that's why, it fuels the atmosphere. Because say water is conducting of the paranormal and whatnot. The scariest thing I think in Florida is Disneyland. That would be the scariest thing for me. Definitely showing up like this.
Yeah.
Definitely be very paranoid. We're going to go down to the commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to pick you guys' brains some more.
Great.
Back to the Chuckles and Laugh Show, and a lot of my guests out there are probably, or viewers are wondering why we are in this studio. It's because the insane asylum was filled with mustard gas, and we are not allowed to be in there for a little bit, so they moved us out into another building that is adjacent to the insane asylum. And we're not supposed to be in here, but hey, whatever. But we have Satori Hawes with us and Cody Desbiens with us as well. And in case you guys haven't been listening, shame on you for tuning in so late. So we were talking about some of the what got you guys started and whatnot, and so I'm going to ask a tough one here, and I'm going to start with you, ladies first. If there was for me, I got involved into this because I actually want to talk to someone that has passed. Mm-hmm. And I want to have a full-on conversation with them. If there was one person or one figurehead that has passed away that you would want to speak to,
That's hard.
who would it be?
I don't know. I mean, if I had to pick a historical figure that I'd want to come into contact with, possibly one of our founding fathers, or somebody that had to do with like the revolution of our country, something that founded our country because it's been so long. So it would be interesting to see their perspective and how time has passed. Anybody else would probably just be family members because they're important.
I'm talking to Elvis. I need to talk to Elvis.
Now you're talking.
I'm boring.
I need to see what happened. They say he was reading some spiritualist book, before he got up. That was a book he was reading, a book about, spirits and, I believe, mediumship. So he was definitely into this stuff. So I would definitely try talking to him and seeing what's up on the other side.
Can I change my answer? I'd like to talk to Elvis too.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, now that I know that he talked, like he was interested in
Oh, he was.
stuff.
Yeah, he was very. He claimed. Some people claim that. Some of the people that he worked with, the Memphis Mafia, claim that Elvis could make bushes quiver, and just by looking at them and touching them, he had a UFO experience. He's seen a UFO. So I want to ask him all this stuff.
Yeah, I would ask him, why did you put bananas on Reese's peanut butter cups?
Yeah, that's a question. If
wanna
I
know.
talk to him, I'll make sure I ask that.
Yes,
For you.
please do.
I will.
One of the people that I've always wanted to talk to is Jim Henson.
Oh,
I
that's
would
great.
love to sit down and say, what were you thinking with some of these characters?
Yeah.
I know that I'm an oddball, yeah, that's a given, but some of those characters that he's come up with.
Crazy. Yeah.
And it's said that his studio is haunted.
Is it really?
Yeah, out in
Interesting.
California, the original one is supposed to be haunted. Another ghost investigating television show investigator. We won't say their names, because I don't want to cause any more heat, but another one did. Is there a place that you guys are looking forward to investigating coming up down the road? I mean, there's gotta be something.
Well, of course, we have a lot of residential stuff coming up. But looking out into the future, we have some other, prisons and stuff coming up. Possibly a hospital that's undisclosed right now.
I think we're thinking about doing some local libraries and stuff
Some libraries,
too.
yeah. We always like, doing charity events and stuff like that too. We love trying to raise money for, different people that need it, so, just like you do, which is great. So we kind of really look forward to that stuff, helping people out.
Yeah, it's bringing the evil back into the fundraising.
That's
That's
it.
what I like to
That's
do.
it, yeah.
So there's a spot for you besides, for you, Satori, that you're looking forward to?
I mean, I kind of take it as it comes. I'm excited for any kind of case. We have a lot of residential cases coming up, so I'm hoping to see where it goes.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go to a commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to pick at your brain some more. Hopefully the doctor doesn't open you up.
Oh, jeez.
Hey there, boils and ghouls. Welcome back to the Chuckles and Laughs show, and I hope that commercial was very informative for you. Probably not, but hey, it's cable access. What can you ask for? We are here with Satori and Cody, and we've been picking their brains for the last probably 4 or 5 episodes now. And if you missed it, you guys are gonna have to wait till it comes out on DVD and then purchases from us. That's how we make our living.
That's
It's
great.
off this stuff. So let's talk about some creepy ghost movies out there. And I know that there's someone out there is going to say Ghostbusters did not do anything for the paranormal world, and I'm going to say bullshit.
Yeah, of course it
Because
did.
that's after that it kind of like sprung this big interest in what was going on. And Dan Aykroyd himself is a huge paranormal nut.
Absolutely.
Are there any movies that you guys have watched where you can actually relate to some of this stuff that's coming in? Or any movies that you guys particularly love that are paranormal?
You go first.
Oh, geez, there's so many. So a funny thing that comes to mind was, so most of our investigations we interact with spirits that are good, good people. I can count, 3 times I've ran into something that I would say was, either very negative. I don't like to throw around the word demonic, but it very well could have been. So I definitely, when this was happening, I definitely felt like I was in The Exorcist for a little while, just because of the way the person was reacting. And just being in that situation just brought back memories of seeing those types of movies. But of course, like the Conjuring movies, we could relate by the equipment they were using and, the portrayal of Ed and Lorraine Warren there. It was a good portrayal on how, early investigating started with the, reel-to-reel recorders and things like that, so we were able to relate that way. And just seeing how the process was done, how to document the cases and things like that. So the most recent movie for me that I related to was definitely that trilogy there.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have to agree. The Conjuring, as far as the equipment, as far as trying to, Ed and Lorraine Warren kind of trying to debunk things at first, obviously not the huge horror aspect of those movies, but I think movies that have more of a down-to-earth feel to it, we can relate to most. But yeah, the first thing that came to mind was probably the Conjuring trilogy.
That's awesome. Any of these movies out there that you've watched afterwards and then you find out that like it's all been a scam? Like, and there's like a couple of them out there that I know of, and then after a while they decide to say it's paranormal, although it's come out to say it's not. Are there any of them out there that you can think of off the top of your head that you don't like?
That I don't like. Let's see. I thought, so, of course, the Blair Witch Project I like the movie, but I don't like aspects of it that were put forward. I don't think they should have used the people's real names, because there was this whole frenzy on people sending flowers to the families' houses of the people that were portrayed in the movie. So there's definitely some aspects of the movie that I didn't like, that kind of, could have tainted part of the paranormal community in a sense. So yeah, that movie was, it has good and bad parts for sure.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Also, funny, we just mentioned The Conjuring. There are certain parts where people think is not just cinema and the thriller portion of it, and people are assuming, oh, this really happened. And there are certain movies that give off these things that people actually believe really happened, when really paranormal investigating isn't that intense. So
Absolutely, yeah.
Great. So I'll leave this on the note and then we'll come back. One of the ones that I think is definitely a fraud, and it's because someone was killed inside of it, they think that it was done from paranormal. That's just my beliefs. I can get shot later about it. Amityville.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's
Absolutely,
a big
Yeah.
stuff comes up, and it's like, nah, I don't think that really happened.
Yeah.
I know a guy inside there killed somebody.
Sure.
Was it caused by spirits? No, I think it was caused by hallucinogenics and drugs and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And is it haunted now? I don't know. I would hope not. I would hope the people that happened to have left the place.
Right.
Hey, but I think that one itself has been over dramatized.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I
So
don't.
many movies.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan believer in that one. But we got to go to commercial break because the guy sitting behind there is giving me the 666 number. Hey there, boils and ghouls, and welcome back to the Chuckles and Laughs show. God knows where we are in this month of filming. I'm not even going to say, because when we edit this, could be in April, could be in November. It all depends on Nurse Misery. So we'll figure that out when it comes down to it. So the last thing I'm going to ask you guys, and I've asked your dad this, and I'm going to ask you this, and I've asked you this one as well. I love asking this question because it's one that ties people up. Not the other way of tying people up. That's another show. Do you think an intelligent haunt can interact with a non-intelligent haunt?
It depends. I think an intelligent haunt can pretty much interact with a residual haunt in a way. I don't think that necessarily the residual will it'll just keep going about its day. But obviously, I mean, if something was going about its day, you would try to interact with it too. So I could assume that an intelligent paranormal being could try. I'm not sure if the residual would ever, because it's just something trapped in time, really. So it would never talk back, but the possibility an intelligent could interact with a residual, it's iffy, it depends.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people that have talked about reactions with Gettysburg.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sometimes turns into both a residual and an intelligent, because some people have said they've seen it, and then the soldier will turn around and react with the person that has seen it.
Interesting.
I don't think we know enough yet.
There's still a lot to learn. I definitely believe, like I mentioned before, I definitely believe a intelligent spirit can also be a residual spirit, because if the energy is just ingrained in whatever building there is, that energy can be one thing, and then the actual intelligent spirit can be another. So there's a lot left to learn for sure.
What are your feelings on shadow men?
You go first.
Well, a lot of reports that have come in either shows them being between 6 and 8 feet tall, or 3 to 4 feet tall. There's a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of people believe that they're negative. Some people believe that they're positive. Some people believe that they're just there and you see them. So there's this whole mixed review about these people. Personally, I believe that it's just another entity that we don't know a lot about. And from the cases that we've interacted with, personally, most of them have been the shadow people have been very menacing. But Satori actually had an experience with one of these growing up, so she
Yeah.
can answer a lot better.
I've grown up seeing what I told my parents was the top hat man, and it was a tall man with a detective hat and a coat on. And I was so little at the time, I didn't understand what it meant, but growing up, I've seen a lot more female children cases where they said they've seen the exact same thing. So I think it's definitely real, because I've seen it, but I don't know if it's necessarily negative. I think it's something we don't know too much about yet, though.
One more question, I think, and, oh, great.
Oh, great? What is happening?
Wow, you just hit that chair and the dust came off.
Well,
Orbs.
I wouldn't know orbs because I wouldn't know because if there's dust in the air or not because someone ordered a bunch of canisters of mustard gas at the asylum, and it's
Could have been me. I could have confused it for Dijon mustard.
Okay.
Mustard gas.
next time spicy brown, please. But what's happening? This is a real studio. You have like real actual. Is it? Like Cody, Satori? Are you wow, I'm honored, but anyway, you have actual guests, people with interesting things to say. And suddenly you're the interviewer again. I thought I was the interviewer. You decided I'm the interviewer because you want some time off and stuff to go be a big clown star somewhere or anything. And fine, I get in there, I get used to it. I'm in the crummy, freezing cold asylum with people opening and closing the door and terrible production values. Come here and you're in a professional studio with actual,
Archie Bunker chairs.
definitely antique, but yeah. Furniture, carpeting, real lights, and I don't know who the hell paid for that camera, but what's going on?
You left the keys out to this building, and someone gave them to me. So I figured,
Cable Access was just starting to speak to us again, and now it's going to be a long time. I think you need to go. I'm the interviewer of the show now. You've got interesting guests, I'm sure. I want to know if an intelligent guest can communicate with an unintelligent clown.
what? You son of a...
Yeah, and why don't you get going? I could always, because I've been thinking, I just actually asked Evil Timmy to, he's still working out his community service. He's only got about, I think, 158 more years to serve on that. And he's actually going to be revising your menu.
Whoa.
There's been interest in you possibly going vegan.
Oh,
So-
no. I gotta go find Evil.
Yeah, just don't breathe too deeply when you get there, or maybe
You can
just
have this chair, but I'm taking this
I feel
skeleton.
someone should be.
This skeleton's fine.
So, are we still rolling?
Yep.
Good.
We have that investigation, don't we?
Well, but I have some questions about the,
We totally forgot.
the paranormal
We
and stuff.
forgot we have a case, an emergency
Oh,
case. Yeah.
could this be an exclusive scoop here on the,
We can't really talk about it. It's a private case.
Yeah,
oh, you signed one of those
Yes.
non-disclosure
Yes.
agreement?
that's it.
I see, well,
Yes.
we hope you'll come back when I
Thank
can
you.
interview you,
Non-disclosure agreement, yeah.
You could interview the skeleton.
apparently. Well, since the guests have,
Run away.
needed to leave unexpectedly, I guess we'll go to a commercial while I look for someone or something else to
You're running over my union scale. I'm going for donuts.
interview. Hello?
Oh, donuts.
Hello?